underestimated African Americans to endure the hardships of slavery, I particularly admire Frederick Douglass for his unending vigor and boundless will to move forward. Born a slave in Talbot County, Maryland, young Douglas was like a hot potato no one wanted to hold on to. He never met his parents because he was separated from them at birth, as was customary. Since no one wanted him then either, he was turned over to the auction house, and he was sold as a slave. He lived with and served his purchasers until the age of 10, during which time his master's wife illegally taught him to read and write, despite violent protests by her husband. Finally, with the eventual consent of his mistress, Douglas was sent away for the last time to a farmer by the name of Edward Covey, known behind his back as the slave breaker. At 16 years old, Douglas was being whipped regularly, sometimes even more than twice a day. He was beginning to go insane. Douglas gradually lost his mind, piece by piece, day by day, and at 18 years old was quite literally broken inside and out. During a rebellious physical confrontation with his overarchingly cruel and abusive master, Douglas's hand was badly injured. Boy, did he teach the man a lesson that day. Covey never tried to whip Douglas ever again. And not only that, but Douglas learned he could stand up for himself and for what he knew was right. Learning to stand up for himself was a hugely delayed milestone for Douglas, which drove him to take hold of his destiny and achieve freedom. Although he suffered major setbacks and failed escape attempts, Frederick Douglass never gave up. But after being dragged back to Covey a second time, Douglass devoted all his remaining strength into one last successful runaway. His counterfeit certificate of freedom was lent to him by a free black co-worker of his at the docks, where he met and instantly fell in love with Anna Murray, who lent him the clothes and disguise he'd need to avoid capture. From then on, Douglass traveled the world to speak publicly on topics such as abolition and women's suffrage. By the time he passed away in 1895, Douglass had carved his name on the hearts of free men and slaves everywhere. Many thought it impossible that such a great orator, author, and diplomat had been born a slave. His life was given to him like a flavorless can of soup, filled and sprinkled with cruelty and heated by the fire of prejudice. What did he do? He added a little of his own spice and ate it, then was satisfied. One can only imagine the perseverance and doggedness required to overcome such unfair racial discrimination. I think Douglass is an outstanding example of the few brave,